All right, guys, I got a quick product review for you guys. This is going to be a quick one. Product I recommend when you're doing electrical connections. That's this TICONN Ferrule Crimping tool. Comes with this little handy case. The pliers can be stored away right there. They're ratcheting pliers. As you can see, you can hear them. You know, they'll lock in place. And it comes with 1,200 of different assortments, sizes, as you can see right there, the gauges that each size supports. And this also stores in the case. So basically you just, take this with you to go. Yeah, pretty handy. And as you open it, there's a breakdown of it and the different sizes. I've got two sizes. I'm going to do a demonstration on you for you real quick. This one, the 20 gauge. I'm sorry. This is the 22 gauge. I've got 200 of them. And also the blue, which is the 14 gauge. So we're going to do that test right here. Just to let you know, I've did some pull test on it to see how strong the crimps were on the smaller connectors. With a single crimp at this gauge, this is 22 gauge, I was able with a medium to high amount of force pull this off with my hand, but you can crimp this multiple times and at different positions. That's what I did on this connector, and this one is completely crimped, and you can kind of see what it did here. And this one cannot be pulled off. This one is actually pretty much, this is definitely a solid connection. So I'm going to show that to you, the technique I did to do that. And I definitely would recommend this product. You don't need to use any force really on the pliers because they're ratcheting, and it's a good tool. The link will be in the, I'll pin it down, and it'll also be in the description if you're interested. And of course, once you crimp it like this, it would be perfect to fit into slots where you might have a screw tie down, you know what I mean? To tighten it down on, or any other type of application where you would, need a firm type of connection like this. Yeah, another option you have is with the bigger ones, you can actually fit multiple wires into it and bridge a connection, right? So if you had, for example, if these two were power leads, of course you wouldn't already have one connector on it. You would have just the bare wire, right? And this is not the size you would use. I'm just giving you this an example of what you could do. And then at this point, you could now crimp these two wires together, and you can make one connection to fit into your application, right? So you can bridge two wires together, right? So this is another way you can use this tool. Okay, so you don't want to twist. You just want to have your wires straight. By the way, this is the one that I was able, just one single crimp, I was able to, with a medium amount of force, pull it off. But this one, as the way it's crimped, I cannot pull this off, right? This is a firm, solid crimp on such a thin wire. So we're going to put it over. Kind of small here. Give me 1 second. Kind of trying to get this on camera. It's a little bit tough. When I'm not on the camera, I just put this right in, by the way. All right, so put it over. There it is. As you can see, the wire's protruding out. And then we're just going to crimp it. We're going to slide the tool in. And doesn't take much force at all. And as you can hear, it ratcheted. And there's the connection it made, right? But like I said, with this gauge wire, I would recommend going over it a couple times actually. And you can turn the connector a little bit and pull it out a little bit so you crimp at a different spot, especially on a gauge wire like this. That way you get a tighter fit, and you can see the difference now. That's not going to be a connection that you can just, that's tight. It's not going anywhere. That's firm, that's crimped. So that's the product you get. You can then trim the end right there, or to whatever length you need for your application that you need to insert this to screw it down or whatnot, and you're ready to go. I'm gonna show you on a bigger gauge. This will be a 14 gauge. So we're gonna go with the blue connector, 14 gauge connector for this one. Just fits right over it. You can see the wire protruding. And I'm gonna give it one crimp at this gauge and see how tightly it fits. There's one crimp. And that's pretty strong. It's on there. Oh yeah. Ah yeah. Oh yeah. One crimp. You can see what it did. And that's a solid, you got a solid connection. I can then knock off a piece of this. Let me do that. Knock off the ends. I'm even gonna knock off a little piece of the connector. And you can see what we got there. See if it'll come out. No, it's crimped. It's a firm connection there. You can see that, the density of the wire there. Give it one more good tug. No, there, that's firm. One crimp, and at this gauge, and it's in there. That's not backing out ever. So I definitely would recommend this tool. If I had to rate it 1 out of 5 stars, being that I haven't road tested and kept it a long time, at the performance I'm seeing right now, I definitely would give this, I have no reason to give it less than 5 stars. I don't see any issues with it, except at the smaller gauges, but you can always crimp it multiple times like I did. So click, if you're interested in this tool, click the link in the description box or on the comment section, and you can purchase it from there. Any other tools or anything, questions you guys got, let me know. Anything you want me to review or check out or get my opinions on, let me know. Like and subscribe.